Before I get a bunch of fucking hate comments, know that I am not a huge Mission Impossible fan. I actually own all the Mission Impossible movies. I just haven't seen them yet. I don't know why the fuck I didn't do that. Because when I walked into, forgot to show my ticket. Yep, Kim Possible. I probably should have watched the other ones because when I walked into this, it was from the perspective of like a non-fan who doesn't know anything about Mission Impossible besides like Tom Cruise was in it. I was all like, meh. It didn't hit everything for me. Mission Impossible fans, you'll love it, of course. But non-Mission Impossible fans, yeah, I'd want to catch up on the other movies before you watch this one. I should have, but I didn't, and now I regret it. So, Kim Possible, the story of her. It goes that Tom Cruise and his friends, well, mostly just Tom Cruise and one friend, Simon Pegg, they're after the syndicate because the IMF was disbanded by the CIA. Why the fuck CIA did that? I don't fucking know why the CIA did that. CIA is a bunch of dicks. I think. I don't know them personally. They just disbanded them and then they're all like, oh, we're on our own. Shit happens. Blah. You get your movie. I found the story was, the action was great. But the story for me was a little meh. I didn't really see what it was in it. I'm pretty sure a Mission Impossible fan would see the story and go, oh, that was great. But for a newbie, I was all like, meh. That was quick. So now we got into the characters. No character development. So, yeah, I can't exactly say much for the characters. I could say like two characters had character development, the villain and like the British chick. I don't know what her name was. But you'll know all the other characters like Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Jeremy Renner. Oh god, what was the other guy's name? He was in Piranha 3D and Pulp Fiction. Damn it, I don't remember his name. You know them. They didn't really have that much character development because I'm pretty sure the director knew that fans would know who they are and they don't need character development because they've been explained like 4 times. And I was like, okay, you rushed into this a little too much. No character development. Besides Tom Cruise having to stop the bad guys. No other things gonna happen with him? No conflict mentally? Well, there's mental conflict because apparently the vibe I was getting off this movie was Tom Cruise is like a super genius spy who can solve like every problem because he sees one direction and he couldn't really see the direction this time because the villain kept fucking his head up. The villain was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. A little unintimidating, but he was pretty good, I guess. Decent. A little more than a decent villain. I don't give ratings to villains, but he was probably like a 7. And apparently he's fucking with Tom Cruise's head because Tom Cruise couldn't really solve his problem. But he does because, you know, it's a Mission Impossible movie. And then stuff happens and blah blah blah. You get the point. But now I get on to the actual characters that had development. We get that British chick. What's her name? I don't know. I don't fucking know. She was in there to basically befriend Tom Cruise and tell him everything about the syndicate that she knew because she's like a syndicate member, but she's not a syndicate member because she's a double agent working for like the British intelligence. And she's like, hey, Tom Cruise, guess what? I know every single fucking secret these guys have, but you need my help. And he was like, okay. A bunch of other stuff happens, but I can't go into most of it because it's a spoiler shit. But then we get on to the villain. Sure, the guy wasn't all that intimidating, but he fucked with Tom Cruise's head, which was what a good villain does, so kudos to him. So overall, I'm probably just going to give it like a 6. Yeah, I know. I'm not a super huge fan of these things. I didn't relate to like most of the stuff. If you're a super huge fan and you know like everything that's going to happen in the movie and you love them, good job. But I didn't. So as a newbie to the franchise, I was all lost and shit, and I was pretty much like, okay, story's mediocre. Yeah, it was a little mediocre. It was mediocre. The action was great. Practical effects, those are always good. The characters, yeah, they were a little. I couldn't really like connect with them because I'm pretty sure you have to be on par with everything they've done to connect to them, and I wasn't. So I was like, oh shit, I'm lost now. That was actually pretty smart of me to say. So yeah, overall like a 6. I'm just gonna go watch the other ones and probably make another review saying, oh, I love it now, which makes this review unvalid and shit. Wow, that was a perfect way to end a fucking video. Nice job, me. You had one fucking job. That was to make an entertaining video. Shut